touched on this. The fact that you guys were able to keep your coaching staff together coming into year 2, how valuable was that for you as players and as a team?
I mean, it's huge just being able to go from year 1 to year 2, especially with just being comfortable with the defense. I know this year it's a huge jump, not having to learn everything and being comfortable in my fits, knowing who to cover, knowing when to cover, and also like the chemistry as well. We got Aiden Hector and Henry Blackburn back. I feel like those guys don't get enough credit. A lot of times, a lot of people ask about me, and you know, Henry over top makes my job so easy, and he's such an underrated player. And Aiden Hector can cover anybody in the country. So.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a lot more chemistry within the team, coming back all together. We're like starting where we left off and building from the mistakes that we had last year, which makes it a little easier. And you know, it's just a train that's moving forward, no back steps. We got huge building blocks, a couple additions to the offense, which is great for our scheme, and we should be able to move the ball all around. Good running backs. We have a great old line, tight ends to work the middle of the field, and just all around good wideout. So the offense is taking a big jump from last year, and that chemistry is just going to keep going up.
Tory, coach talked about the entire turnover in the offense. That's one person about it. How good can this offense be? How improved will it be?
Oh, we could be the best in the Mountain West. Of course, we got more improvements to do, and more, you know, techniques and little leaks to work on. But us becoming as one unit now, instead of people here and there, we're kind of becoming one solid offensive unit and becoming as one sound. I feel like that's going to take us a long way, and we could be a scary offense. We stick together.
Tory, what does Dallin bring to the offense at tight end? And are there comps to McBride from a couple of years ago in terms of like maybe the production or kind of chaos he could contribute?
Yeah, he brings a lot. You know, he comes to practice with energy every day. He's one of the leaders of the offense. He's just a all around, you know, sound guy. He's a good leader. He leads by example. He makes sure everybody's on top, and he makes sure all the tight ends is doing what they're doing, especially with, you know, the other newcomer with Vince, and he's just helping out the other younger tight ends. It's just going to open up the offense more, knowing that they gotta hover that middle now. You know, you can't just leave the middle open, because we have a deep threat, and we also have someone that could go down and dig out a linebacker or a DN, and that's just something that's going to be huge for the offense in the run game, and that could open up shots for him in the middle with coverage on the outside, and it could open up shots on the outside with them trying to key in on him in the middle. So that's going to be a huge jump.
Jack, when I've talked to Jordan Simmons a couple times this year, we've always talked to him like, who are the guys that are really busting in practice and workouts? He consistently says it's you, Henry, and Aiden. So how much of that is an internal competition between you guys as safeties to earn that respect?
Yeah, I mean, we compete at everything every day. I think that's definitely just, you know, what makes a bond and chemistry between players. And you know, Tory kind of just touched on Dallin. I mean, I have to go against him every single day too. And you know, you asked what are some comparisons with him and Trey, and I was fortunate enough to get to play with Trey my freshman year, and I mean, they're really similar, especially in their route running. They're just long, and they can break at any moment, a lot like a receiver. But yeah, I mean, that's something I pride myself at every day, is just working the hardest and, you know, trying to be the best. I don't care what it is, if we're doing stadiums or if we're running races. I always try to get next to this dude. He claims he's the fastest on the team, so try to run with him. But that's something that definitely take pride in, yeah.
So it's like something like when you're doing rope drills, you look over to see if Henry is doing it, and then it amps you up. Same thing with Aiden.
Yep. Yeah, no, for sure. I think Aiden started falling behind in stadiums one day, and, you know, we got to chewing him out a little bit, and, you know, we hold each other to a high standard, and I think, you know, that's what you need, you know, when you want to be elite and you want to take your game to the next level. And I'm just fortunate to have people like that around me.
Jack and Tory, both of you guys, I mean, Howell, two amazing players right here, but offensively, we talked about that 4 day rate, the defense, what you guys did last year. How important is that for you guys just going at it every single day and making you guys on both sides of the ball better, Tory?
You know, we kind of look at it as iron sharpens iron. Of course, it's a lot of new variations to what we're installing and trying to perfect. We're not just trying to go out there and just go through the motions anymore. And when we go out there, we compete. Me and Jack may argue on the field sometimes, and the younger guys see that, but they all know after that it's all love, and that's just something that they got to understand. We're out there to do a job, and inside those lines, it's no buddy-buddy. It's time to work. It's time to get better. And how he was touching on about with the work ethic with Aiden and all them, it gets a little chippy, and that's just something that we need. We need that edge to go against each other and to, make each other mad and push each other to our limits. That's what's going to make us a better team. That's what's going to bring us closer. And there's some techniques that we coach on the defense that what we see, and the defense coach us on what they're looking for, and that's just going to help us out in the long run. There's some techniques that Chiggy uses, and I'm like, show me what you did so I could learn from that. And there's some releases that I give to the DBs, and they're like, show me how should I throw my hands in placements, and that's just something that's going to take this team a long way. We all communicate, and we're all just trying to get better at one level.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have been at fall camp, you've seen me probably get into 3 or 4 scraps, and I'm not saying that you have to brawl whatsoever when you're out there, but I do believe that it's healthy when your team is going at it every single day, and it's getting a little chippy. I know me and Jacob Gardner get into it all the time. Me and Tory are usually pretty cool, but every now and then we get into it. Try to get into it with Dallin, but he's just such a nice guy, you can't do it. But yeah, no, it's huge. Like he said, iron sharpens iron. So every single day we love going ones-on-ones because we want to see the best. And I think somebody who's really surprised us, or I guess I just didn't know about, was Kobe this year coming in at running back, and what a valuable asset he's going to be. And I think Ram fans are going to be excited to have him.
Yeah, you got 2 seasons left. You have Colorado ties. Presumably you will have Colorado ties moving forward. Are you conscious at all of carrying this forward or auditioning this program for a heightened role in the college football landscape?
Can you say that again, please?
With the volatile world of college football, with all the changes, with all maybe changing leagues,
Yeah.
moving around, being a Colorado guy, are you conscious at all of carrying the torch with this team for maybe an enhanced stature for the program?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think, a lot of times it's easy to get a lot of recognition and get the spotlight on me. But like I was saying earlier, I mean, that's just a product of my environment, being around my coaches, putting me in a good position, and good players too. I mean, Mo Kamara makes my job easy. They have about 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds to get the ball out. I don't have to cover that long. And kind of touching on as far as Colorado, I do take pride in being from this state, and I think it's an underrated state. There's a lot of talent here that gets overlooked, and me, Henry, and Chase Wilson take a lot of pride from being here and kind of wanting to lead the charge in Colorado football, and saying like, hey, if you're the best recruit here, come here to Colorado State. CU doesn't want you; they're going to overlook you. Like, if you're a Colorado dude, come here. We're going to build something.
Jack, you mentioned earlier Aiden, just kind of what he brings to your room. It seemed like last season when he got that first start at Nevada, something clicked for you guys defensively. Did you get that sense of that as well? And just early on impressions of Aiden when he first joined you guys, did you kind of get a sense that he was going to be a good player for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we called him Practice Aiden Hector for a while, just because we didn't really know what he could do in practice. And, he was new, so he was messing up a lot at first. And then he got in that game, and I think we've seen his potential. He got a pick 6 his first, second play, whatever he's in, and he hasn't looked back since. I mean, he's seriously super underrated, and he can cover anybody on the field. And he's good zone coverage, good tackler too. But he's a stud, and I think everyone's going to be really excited to see what he can do year 2 for the Rams. And we got a good relationship. We push each other, and it's fun to be able to play with him. And he's taught me a lot how to cover people this year, and I teach him how to tackle a little bit, so we feed off each other.
Jack, for you, I mean, we talked with Coach Norvell in Las Vegas last month, and he was saying about how you had offers from bigger programs, but you wanted to stick it out here and kind of keep going with this team that you've been a part of now for a little over a year. How important was that for you, just to kind of be with Coach Norvell and the staff that you committed to out of high school? And what do you think that says about the state of college football, you kind of wanting to stick it out at a program like this?
It's all about my character. You know, loyalty to someone who gave me a shot. That was the coach who gave me or saw the potential in me and gave me my opportunity, my one and only opportunity to go play at a D1 level. And you know, I was always told if you give me a shot, I won't let you down, and that's just something that I carry with me. Of course, it's a lot of players that's in college and with the whole NIL and all this other stuff, they'll be quick to enter the portal and transfer, and you know that's not my goal. You know, my goal is to develop as a better football player and as a man, and I feel like that's what coach is doing for me and the program. So the money is not a problem with me really. It's more so trying to get to my ultimate goal, which is, you know, becoming a better football player, leader, man, and hopefully getting to that NFL level and performing at the highest level in front of the, you know, elite athletes, the best of the best. So that decision for me wasn't hard. It's more so my character and staying loyal to him.
Both of you have siblings that compete at high levels in their sports. What's that like, the family aspect of, you know, kind of some shared experiences that you can lean on siblings that have been in similar spots?
Oh my God. I don't know. I got quite a bit of siblings. Of course, my brother played football at Boise, and he gives me a little bit of mess. So, you know, it's just a competitive household, and the standards that he had and set is just something that I try to follow and copy. You know, coming out of a young town or a small town is very hard to, you know, get that big exposure. And he was just always a player who worked out on his own. He didn't need to depend on someone, and that's just something that I grasped. And he always told me never get comfortable. You can always learn something new. So even if I'm a 4-year vet, 5-year vet, you can never try to, like, you know, be comfortable. Always go in there and learn something. You learn something every day, and you know that's just something that he showed me. No one's perfect, so don't get comfortable. Don't act like you just have it in your hands. You gotta go earn it every day. And you know, same for my sister, being overseas and stuff. She taught me a lot about faith. Of course, she played at UTEP volleyball, and she was professional in Germany and France. She was all over the you know, the world, and she just taught me to stay focused. You know, it's gonna be hard times where you're feeling down, and you know, of course we're a couple hours away from home, and she was hours away from home also. But she told me, you know, you're there for a reason, and everything is happening for a reason. And you gotta take advantage of what you have, and that's just something that I carry with me. There's some days where I might be down, and then, you know, I just have to snap and be like, I'm grateful to be here in this position right now. So that's just something I like to carry with me.
Yeah, I mean, we just called last night and just caught up, and we're talking and everything. But you know, something I admire from her, and just I've looked into her career and kind of recognized is just that there's going to be bumps in the road. You know, she went from winning the Mac Herman, which is essentially the Heisman, 2 years in a row, then to going into her rookie year and didn't have her greatest year, and then bounced back with an amazing year this year. And it just shows you that there's so many ups and downs, and you just got to keep your faith and, you know, put your trust in God. We just talked about that last night, and you know, just really believing in His plan, and you know, whatever's going to happen, it happens for a reason. And you know, I truly believe that. And so, you know, just looking to her and you know, having her help me with my faith and everything, and just helping each other out whenever we need it is huge for us.
And with Jalen too, or Jalen and Jake too, obviously a Cherry Creek senior captain. How have you three kind of just bonded together and kind of locked arms as you've progressed on each of your athletic journeys?
Yeah, I think we definitely take pride in our name. It's something, you know, we've been taught from a young age is, you know, represent your family well, represent who you are. And so I think every day I just try to come in the stadium and give my all to my teammates, you know, give my all to my coaches, because I want to play for them. I want to be the best guy possible I can be, and I want to leave more than just a good football player when I leave here. You know, I want to leave a legacy about who I am as a person, you know, and as well as who I am as a player too.
Jack, what have you noticed from the corners? It seems like the depth there is in a really good spot, a lot of size.
Yeah, I mean, we got Dom Jones, who's an absolute stud, who just transferred in. He's fitting in really well with the team. You know, him and Chiggy are long, tall dudes who can run, and you know, that's fun knowing that you have that to play with, and that's awesome. And then Dom Morris from Furman, he's super fast, super quick, super cool dude. And you know, we got Guzman back, we got Chiggy back. So, you know, all those guys. And then got to give a shout out to my guy TJ. He's a freshman. He's coming up. He's going to be really good. People got to keep an eye on him.
Jay's talked about winning tendencies. You know, Dom, Kobe, Tony Pierce all coming over from North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Albeit FCS, that's a national championship winning program.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, both of you, that those guys have come in just basically doing the right things?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely well established and they've been taught well. It's just a shout out to North Dakota State and the program that they have set over there, and you can just tell that they have it established what a culture should be. And I think coming over here, they've showed us their work ethic and you know what a winning program needs to look like, and they've just fit in so well. And Tony's gonna surprise a lot of people and you know show what he's about this year. He's been hurt a little bit during fall camp with his head, but you know while he was out there, he's making plays. Talked on Kobe, he's gonna be awesome, and Dom, I'm really excited, and they've just meshed so well with us.
Coach used sense of urgency several times today, and I'm guessing that's something he's impressed upon the group. How collectively has this football team responded? As we look at the calendar, we've got 17 days from the season opener.
It's more so trying to get into shape, you know, football shape. Of course, we're up in elevation and trying to just keep a you know a fast tempo, trying to you know just become you know a high energized team. You know, you gotta build our wind up. Of course, we're gonna have a long season around the corner, week 2 bye. So after that week 2 bye, we're rolling. So he's telling us, you know, pick up the pace, make sure we're in shape, because after that, it's all downhill, and there's no stopping after that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.